Oh, okay. So I just got home from doing Cigars Daily Live at the shop, and I've been meaning to put this down in front of the camera to just lay this out. Really, this week, I've caught myself doing something that I consider to be like a crossover between craziness and something only old people really do. And that is, I've been binge watching a court case on TV, and not like Judge Judy court case. I've been binge watching the Kyle Rittenhouse case, as I've seen that a lot of people have, but this is something that's popped up for me as having huge, massive implications for gun owners out there. And I wanted to talk about that today. Really, when it comes to the case, I got my own opinions on it. We all do. I'm not really too concerned about that. But something really occurred to me this week as I was watching the prosecution, who is, really bungled, I think, a lot of this case. But one of the prosecuting attorneys was trying to bring up some social media posts that Kyle Rittenhouse did 4 months after the incident in Kenosha. He was trying to bring up posts and that certain t-shirt that Kyle Rittenhouse was wearing and selfies that he was taking with other people. And this occurred to me as a really big deal for a lot of us out there that are gun owners and pro-Second Amendment, and for the love of God, pro-First Amendment for that matter. And it has to do with how we conduct ourselves and what we really do online. I think there's a massive takeaway for all of us in there. Myself as a gun owner, this is a really big thing. And I saw so much of this in 2020. There were the protesters, the rioters out there, the Antifa crowd who said that, wow, we're going to come to your houses, we're going to knock the door down. And as soon as they did that, I saw a bunch of gun owners posting the memes online. And I think they're intended to be funny, but at the same time, they send a clear message. The memes were like a guy sitting on his porch in a ghillie suit, and it was like, bring it on. Or like, hey, you guys have no idea what you're getting into. We're all locked and loaded and ready to go. But at the same time, when you're a gun owner, I don't think that it's that simple. I don't think that it's that easy. What it comes down to is, I'm watching this kid he's probably 18 by now. I got to imagine Kyle's 18, but he was 17 when this stuff happened. Then he's sitting in a courtroom so many months later, and a prosecuting attorney is trying to bring up his social media past as a way to prosecute him for crimes that happened months before whatever he posted on social media. It's something that's incredibly alarming, but also incredibly eye-opening. If you're a gun owner and you're putting stuff out online, you open yourself to a tremendous danger when it comes to having firearms and using them. A great example would be, imagine if you posted something on your timeline on whatever social media app it's gonna be, and you're like, yeah, come and get it, Antifa guys, I'm gonna shoot you. And you do that. The downside is, you got to picture yourself sitting in front of a jury of your peers defending that social media post now, because at this point, it seems like what you put online on social media is admissible in court, at least to a certain degree. And I don't know what all the laws are on that. My understanding is that the law on social media in court cases is still developing, but at least in this case, it almost became relevant. The only reason that it didn't is because the judge said that the prosecution could not pick on something that happened 4 months after the shooting. But this really touches on a much larger issue when it comes to firearms and using firearms. I see so many gun people, guys and gals, who are like, I'm stuck to the nines. I'm ready to take down anybody who would come into my house and mess with my family. The thing that's missing from that is the honest admission of how much your life changes when you kill somebody, when you shoot somebody. Like, I saw this on the stand. Kyle Rittenhouse took the stand and he tried to talk through everything that had happened on the night when he was in Kenosha. And he was in tears. How could you not be? A 17-year-old kid killed 2 people. That invariably changes your life forever. I'll never forget when I was in high school, I had a classmate who just vanished from class for a full month. And then suddenly he shows up back in my class, and the teacher lets him stand up and talk, and then he explains exactly why he had disappeared. It was because he was driving at night, going 4 or 5 miles an hour over the speed limit, and a lady wearing all black who was drunk walked out in front of his car, and he hit her and he killed her. And that wrecked that guy's life. I think that buying a gun is great. I think that all Americans should own guns authentically. I think that an armed society is a polite society, and if we were all armed, it would be a better place. And I think that a lot of gun control laws these days really just penalize law-abiding citizens. But at the same time, if you are going to be a gun owner, you have to be smart. I think that you have to have the foresight to see and realize what happens. Buying a gun and shooting a bad guy is not as simple as buying a gun and shooting a bad guy. The day that you use your gun to shoot somebody, God forbid that ever should happen, would be the worst day of your entire life. And then your next worst day only follows that, as the police try to get everything out of you they can, and some prosecuting attorney is going to put you on the hot seat and then question the bejesus out of you. And if you've posted on your Facebook news feed the picture of the guy in the ghillie suit saying, "Come get it, you Antifa bastards," you better believe it's going to come up. We live in an exceedingly complicated world, and it's something that has just been running through my mind. And I wanted to post it here on the vlog because I've had so much going on. I haven't posted in a while, but there's so much running through my head. And so I'm curious to hear from you guys. What do you think about all that? Gun owner? Do you support gun ownership? Do you support the Second Amendment? And if you do, how do you treat that stuff? Is this something you treat with respect, or do you just see it as a flashy, fun thing you should be able to do because you're a citizen? My concern is that if we're that way, we might lose some of this stuff. All right, guys, I'm going to go hit the hay. I want to post more of this stuff on the channel because, in truth, I don't have a ton of people to talk to this stuff about anymore, but I love sharing it with you guys. You've been such an amazing and supportive community. So I'll keep putting it out here. If you guys like it, then like, subscribe, turn on notifications to this channel, and I'll keep putting this stuff out, guys. Thank you again for hanging out. This is Tim, signing off for the vlog. I'll see you guys in the comments.